Hi everyone, today I'm going to share my everyday makeup routine. I spend all day doing other people's makeup. I'm up very early in the morning to go to weddings. Sometimes I have to be at the bride's hotel or wherever at 7 o'clock. So I am up at like 5 sometimes, depending on how long I'm travelling for. And obviously during the week I might have meetings, I have like blog and YouTube work to do. So I do not have the time in the morning to spend half an hour doing my makeup. So I hope you pick up some good tips in today's video. So my base primer, I guess you could say, is the Soap & Glory Glow Job Sun Kissed Tinted Morning Moisture Flash. And this is like instant tan for your face. I'm obsessed with this at the moment. It's quite intimidating the first time you use it because it is bronzy and it does go brown. It's white when it comes out, but once you start rubbing it in, the little pigments break up, and you really have to blend this in well, of course, if you're blending it into paler skin or skin that is lighter than the colour of it. So for me, I really like to make sure I blend it down my neck, around your hairline, around your ears and that kind of area, but it goes on just like a moisturiser. So it's not a primer in the sense that it's made to make your makeup last longer or whatever. I just use it as a primer because I don't actually bother with primers day to day on myself. I find my skin is fine. It's normal combo for reference. So just this extra boost of glow and colour to my complexion is more than enough of like a base for me. And I will wear this on no makeup days as well. If you just want a little bit extra something, this definitely gives you that, and it's a really nice product. So now onto my everyday foundation at the moment. This did not used to be my everyday foundation. My everyday foundation used to solely be the Rimmel 25-hour lasting finish, and I love that stuff still. It's in my winter shade, the one I have now, and I am too lazy to go and pick up a darker shade just yet. One I'm using at the moment is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Love this stuff. I usually just reserve this for night time, but I'm using much less foundation during the day now. So I can justify using this because you literally use a drop, like a single drop. When you first use this, you're like, nothing is coming out in the pump, because it's so concentrated, the pigment. And the best way to apply this is with your fingers, because it's such a concentrated pigment and you only use a tiny bit. You really have to blend this out, and the warmth of your fingers is so much easier to use this with. Gives the best finish. It looks the most natural and you use far less products, but you still get great coverage. The finish of this is natural, so it's not dewy, it's not matte, it's just that perfect in between. The Rimmel is as well, so if you are on a budget and you're like, I can't spend that much money on a foundation, I would recommend this. Is really good, but if you are on a budget, the Rimmel one is good as well. And to pair that up, I use it with my Radiant Creamy Concealer. I have the shade Vanilla. Again, too light for me, should probably have the one down, but I do really like lighter concealer under my eyes. This is not a spot concealer, so don't use this on spots. Obviously don't use this on spots if it's too light for your skin as well, because it will highlight them. But even like the formula of this, it's great for redness, it's great for highlighting and brightening, but it's creamy and luminous, so it does like brighten and make that area glow quite a bit. So if you're going to be using it on spots, it's not the best spot concealer. For a good spot concealer, my skin is quite good today, so I've not had to use any, but if I have a spot, I will use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. That does work really well under the eyes as well. This is just a tiny bit more moisturising. Moving on to bronzer, so the shade I use in the NARS foundation is Light 4 Deauville, which is still light, so again, probably like one shade too light for my tan at its darkest. And I always like to use a bit of bronzer if even if you're not wearing fake tan after you've put foundation on, because foundation evens your skin out so much that it can make your skin look flat. So even if you're fair, I still think using a really, really light bronzer just adds that definition and warmth and like lift back into your skin. The one I'm using at the moment is amazing, and I would not have expected to love this, but it came from a recommendation from a friend, and it's the L'Oreal Cushion Bronzer. And I am not really a cream product person, but with contour and bronzer, for some reason I make an exception. I just feel like they work so well because they just blend into the skin and look so natural. And then to set it all in place, because I'm normal combo, I don't like to just dust a little bit of powder down my T-zone. I want my makeup to last. I want it to be locked in place. I don't want my nose to be really shiny like an oily beacon midday. So I am using the Vichy Derma Blend loose powder at the moment. I like translucent powder. I also like the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder. So I will get a big fluffy brush and you will see me pressing it into my skin so I don't swirl, because pressing it will set your makeup in place and it will not budge. So now we're going back to the face. Still, yes, I know, I told you I spend a lot of time on my face. It's the main aspect of my makeup. If my skin is glowing, then I feel like you can be as natural as you want with the rest of your makeup and it still looks really good. So this is my go-to at the moment. It's so nice to have all three in one thing. So this is the Rimmel Kate Moss sculpting palette. This is number 2 Coral Glow. The colours of this work really well with my skin. So I go over the bronzer that I've used from L'Oreal with this. So when I've not got tan on, I will just use this as a contour, just in the hollow. Whereas at the moment, because I'm wearing more tan, I will just go over my bronzer with this for just an extra layer and just that extra sculpting, and just because I'm extra basically. The blush is really pretty. The highlight is nice. It's not the shade of highlight that I would choose. It's golden and I prefer peachy, but it still looks really nice. It looks lovely on the brow bone actually. So again, just this thing is so versatile. You will see I even use it as eyeshadow. So this is such a great like handbag must have, I would say. So before I do my eye makeup, I fill in my brows, and I'm using the Brow This Way from Rimmel again at the moment. I mentioned this in a current favourites because it's just so bloody easy and convenient to use. This is like a foamy sponge applicator with the powder encased inside. So great if you love natural full brows. If you already have a lot of brow and you just want to thicken them and fill them in, this is great. And then I go back to my eyes, and my eyes are literally the most ridiculously easy thing to do at the moment. So I will go back to my Rimmel palette and literally just use this bronzer shade as my eyeshadow. So this is probably my biggest like time-saving tip. Any bronzer that suits your skin tone, especially if it's matte, is the perfect shade colour for your eyes, the perfect crease colour. And then to finish my eyeshadow, I put a really generous amount of this underneath. I learnt this watching a video of Kylie Jenner's makeup artist doing her makeup. I think it was Horrocks, and she put a load of this underneath the eye, and I was like, whoa, like why is she putting it right underneath? But basically it masks your eye bags and dark circles. Great little optical illusion. So whatever eye makeup you're doing, try that tip. I cannot not do my eye makeup without it now. And then to finish off my eyes, I will literally go to town with my eyelash curlers and my mascara. I use my regular number 7 lash curlers. I've had these for ages, and then apply a good 2 really generous coats of mascara. This one is the Rimmel Wonderful, and I like this because it's really black, but it doesn't go clumpy. So I like a mascara that you can, again, go to town with and just put loads on, and it's not going to look spidery. So this one's really nice because your lashes are still like soft and pliable. So I tend to do one layer on top and I do my bottom lashes, and then I go back to the top and put another layer on, and that, once it's like semi-dry, the first coat, the second coat really like lifts them up. So day to day at the moment, my lip combo changes, but I generally always use my NYX nude lip liner. You will have heard me talk about this in my top 5 NYX video. I don't overdraw my lips, I just line my natural lip line. I've tried that, I really love how that looks on other people. I've tried it on myself and I felt ridiculous. It just wasn't me. It didn't look like me in the mirror, so I avoid overdrawing at all costs. And then over the top of that, one I'm using a lot at the moment is again from Rimmel, and this is the Kate Moss Lasting Finish lipstick in Boho Nude. So I hope you picked up some time-saving tips in this video, some multitasking tips if you're wanting to simplify your everyday makeup routine but still look like polished and put together and still have your makeup last all day. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and you want me to do more like chatty makeup routines and beauty routines and that kind of stuff. Subscribe if you are new because I post 3 videos a week every Wednesday, Friday and Sunday. So I hope to see you in my next video as well. I'll see you then. Bye.